I'm at school when we do these meetings, and so I can split my screen, which helps to be able to share my screen and look at Zooms. Today, we're off-site, and so I can't have a split screen. So just wanted to be able to let everyone in until we started. But I'm about to share my screen for our meeting. This is our second to last meeting of the school year, which is pretty crazy. Miss Catlin, our chair, who usually runs it, just sent me, she's having an emergency, and so she won't be here this afternoon. And so we know principals are non-voting members of Go Team typically don't lead the meetings, but I'll be leading it in her absence today as the interim chair. And so Mr. Mathis is actually in the room with me. And so he's also here and he'll help me to make sure we know who is approving things, since I won't be able to do both today. But welcome. I'm going to share my screen now. All right, so we will begin with our attendance. I'm here, Mr. Mathis.
I'm here.
Miss Cross. Miss Thompson. Miss Catlin, we do know is absent. Miss Heath. Miss Harvey. And today, if you guys will just, if you can speak, just because I can't see the chat at all today. Mr. Chase.
Here.
Thank you. We have a vacancy that we're going to vote on. Mr. Stewart. He's still here. Miss Jordan. I'll just make sure no one else is in the chat. And Mr. Zolot.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. All
And
right.
also, you forgot Mr. Raper.
Mr. Raper, thank you. It's when I switched off. Thank you, R. Perfect.
Yeah, and I also can't, I can't see the screen either that's being shared.
Okay, let me share it again. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Thanks, R. And I'll do whole screen. Okay. Well. All right, so this is our agenda today. Oh, Zoom just quit. Did I get off?
No, still.
Oh, okay, perfect. This is our agenda today. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll do our roll call, which we just did. We do have 50% of our voting members, so we've established the quorum. We have today, of course, we'll approve this agenda in any previous minutes. We have a vacancy to fill. We know Ms. Hines was on our team and no longer works for Woodson. Again, we'll do our normal attendance updates since that's been our wildly important this year. Mr. Mathis and I just have a little bit of rezoning information to share. There is time for public comment if we have anyone joining us by then, and then any announcements. So before we move forward, do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I motion to approve the agenda.
Thanks, R. In a second.
I second the motion to approve the agenda.
Thanks, Ms. Harvey. All who agree, say aye or raise your hand. Thank you. And any, thanks, Mr. Zola. I see it as well on Zoom. Any who want to modify or do not approve, say nay. All right, so the agenda is approved and we'll move forward as is. So our first item of business today is to review our last notes. We had our meeting in February. At that meeting, we linked here is we approved our December notes. We did not fill the vacancy because we didn't have anyone to recommend at that time. Ms. Catlin shared our current progress with attendance and our culture, suspensions and everything related to our goals, as well as other campuses across our cluster and KIPP schools. And then Mr. Mathis and myself shared our most up-to-date map data since we had all of it. And then we shared our new school ranking as ATSI and no longer CSI. We ended with some upcoming events that we had before midwinter break, reminded families to take the survey, and then reminded everyone to do all of our certifications and trainings for Go Team. So do we have any edits for last month's agenda or notes? All right, if we do not have any edits, do I have a motion to approve last month's agenda and minutes? Thanks, Stuart. I saw you. Do we have a motion to second it?
I second that motion.
Thank you, Chase. All right, all voting in favor, say aye or raise your hand. Perfect, thank you. And that was everyone. All right. So we will move forward. Today, we're going to work to fill a vacancy. And so this is when Principal would talk. So I nominate today Asia Bird. When we shared this opportunity with our staff, she stepped up to the plate. Ms. Bird has served on the Go Team in the past. So while we only have today's meeting and one more meeting, she's aware of the protocols for it and the purpose. And she's also been at KIPP Woodson since our founding year. She was a founding resident and has then been one of our fourth grade teachers ever since, and currently serves as our grade level chair as well. So Ms. Bird has a lot of relationships, of course, with scholars across the building. She also serves as a cheerleading coach, and so also has a lot of relationship with families and staff alike, and can bring lots of perspective for discussion. So that's my nominee, and we'll proceed to voting. But before we do, I'll give Ms. Bird a chance if you want to say anything. You don't have to, but if you'd like to.
Hey everyone. I think you pretty much covered everything for me. So
All right.
yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Bird. All right, so we nominate for our elementary staff vacancy. And so because this is a vacancy, she'll fill it through the rest of this year. And so we will proceed with voting since she is our nominee. So all voting members, if you vote to approve the nominee of Asia Bird becoming and filling our vacancy, please raise your hand, whether it's physical or the virtual hand. Thanks, Tom. Thank you, Ms. Harvey, Mr. R. Mr. Chase or Mr. Stewart, if you have a vote, you get one vote. So yay or nay.
Yay.
Okay. And then any members voting not for Ms. Bird. All right, so welcome, Ms. Bird. She will fill our vacancy. We don't have anything else to vote on today, but we do have approvals and things, and so she's now a full-time acting member of our Go Team. Today, Ms. Catlin was just going to share our attendance updates, and so here we have since February. You see we've dropped a little bit since our last meeting. We know our goal is 70% as KIPP, but at Woodson, we really want it to be 75. Right now, we, as a K-8, have 65.3% of our scholars attending school 90% or more of the time. We see
Sorry, I don't think we see that slide.
Oh, let me share it again. Thank you, Tom. Can you guys see it now? No? Let me stop the share.
Not yet.
Huh.
Yeah, we saw the PowerPoint, but not that slide.
Can you see it now? It's not moving with the attendance school year to date.
No, nothing
Now we
comes
see.
from-
Oh, maybe it's because the Zoom keeps saying it's quitting. Interesting. Okay, it let me back. My Zoom is not loving this. I'm going to start the recording again. It's still there. Let's see if this works. Can you see it? No.
Yeah, it does say you have started sharing, but it doesn't like.
Okay, I'm gonna, pull it up on Mr. Mathis's computer. Thank you, guys. I apologize.